Hello, everybody. It's Kate Richberg, and welcome to the Great Bead Extravaganza. It looks like I have to reconnect my second camera, so I'm going to do that right now as we speak. Bear with me here while I do that. It's great to have you all here. Wasn't Candy Cooper all that shine? Wasn't that a maze? I loved it. I loved seeing it. I loved seeing Candy, and I'm super excited to see the rest of our buddies show up today and create. Friends, you may have seen me earlier today. First, I want to give a big shout out, and thank you so much, all of you all, for being here. A big thank you to our buddy Ellen, who works on all of our social for YouTube and is chatting and pinning away. So a big thank you to that. Thank you. Yes, my pins, my felt the pins that I've been making. Friends, I don't know if you saw my welcome post earlier, right? But I was wearing the same outfit, less all of the accessories. Because you know how it is. I mean, it's cold here in Fresno, California, where I am. It's probably not as cold as some of all of you all out there, right? But I didn't want to change. I was so cozy in like these clothes that I just added a scarf and pins and earrings from our Brick Stitch earring series that Drea made. And I'm ready. A little lipstick, some earrings. You are ready to go, right? So I've got a lot to go over today. Let me take a bracing drink of coffee here. And it is the perfect day to stay in, right? Stay in, bead, take in all of these really great tips and tricks and all of that from our buddies at the Great Bead Extravaganza. I'm going to share the project I've got. I've got that going on here. But first, before I go any further, I want to tell you a couple of things. Let me do my due diligence. You know what? I should have. One of these days, I am going to do a broadcast in my PJs. I'm telling you. My PJs are kind of fancy too. Well, not fancy, but I like coordinating stuff. Anyway, too much information. Let's go on. And let me tell you that we have a coupon code for you all. It's scrolling along the bottom on the ticker right here. If you enter TGBE 20, you can save store-wide at beadshop.com through Monday. We actually extended it this time. I said yesterday it was through Sunday. Drea and I got our heads together and said, you know what, let's get it going through Monday. So you can use TGBE 20 for 20% off across the website. I'll flash it up here too. Take it 20% off store-wide. Also, my friends, I want to remind you, don't forget to enter the swag bag giveaway. It's on the Midsummer Market Great Bead Extravaganza page and group. We've also linked it in our newsletter, the Bead Shop newsletter. So if you haven't grabbed the Bead Shop newsletter yet, I urge you to do so. Just jump right over to beadshop.com and sign up. Also, my friends, you can find us on all of our social. On Facebook at The Bead Table. It's our fantastic bead group we've got over there. So much amazing stuff happening. Beautiful designs, all of that. Also with our Instagram. Find us at beadshop.com. On our Pinterest. Have a question, shoot us an email over at info@beadshop.com. But we're all over the web at beadshop.com. Also, friends, there's a couple of things that are coming up with us. Some of you have joined us in our retreats in San Juan Bautista, California, the one that we host here at beadshop.com. We're doing that again. It'll be in August. Stay tuned. Info is coming out about that, as well as we have a very special guest artist coming and joining us this time. I think you folks are really going to be excited about that. And also, my friends, I wanted to tell you, if you don't know already, you may have seen me do a couple of broadcasts about it, but let me lean around. I'm doing a retreat in France with my buddy Jen Cushman. It's in the south of France in Dufour, and it is May 30th through June 6th. We only have like a couple of spots left, and I'm super excited to bead abroad with you. It's really going to be an amazing trip. You can go over, I put the links in at the beginning of this stream. You can also find the info on the homepage of the Bead Shop website. You can also go, let me see, I've got them right here. You can find us over at soulstirringretreats.com. This is a thing that my buddy Jen Cushman is doing. It's not a bead shop hosted. I'm the guest artist, which is super exciting. I've titled it Je rêve en couleur, a journey of beads and color and memories. We're going to do all kinds of fun things like go to a French flea market and do some sightseeing. And it's going to be a really great time to kind of drill down deep and create a memorable necklace in a wonderful, memorable setting. So I've got that going on. I also, my friends, we have a giveaway. Let me take this banner down. Hang on. We've got a couple of giveaways today. So hang on. You've got to be here live. I'm going to give them away at about the halfway point, one at about 10:30 and one at about the end. Okay. So we'll do that. I'm going to take away this ticker for the moment, so it's not distracting from my demo. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments and everything. That's awesome. There's a question, our retreat, it's actually up in the hills of San Juan Bautista. There's a rock shop there in the city of San Juan Bautista. I love that rock shop for sure, but we do the retreat. It's up in the hills back there. It's so much fun. And Kimberly, I promise I will give some more info about that giveaway very, very shortly. Let me get to the demo and then we'll talk about the giveaway later. Okay. So, oh my gosh, you guys, there's almost 400 of you watching. Good Lord. I love it. Okay, so let's see what I've got. Yeah, it's a rock shop. It is, those old dudes that have a lapidary shop or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's awesome. Okay, let's take a look at what I've got here. I'm going to talk to you about the kit. I'm going to talk to you about some technique. I want to say a big thank you for you folks bought the kit out. That was it. You were like, I love it. I bought it out, or you bought it out. So we're going to do, and someone's asking, I knew you'd ask because I hinted about it yesterday. Let me see. Where is it? Someone asked, I think it was about the new colorway. Sally, do you have a new colorway for today's project? I don't yet. And I thought about pre-selling them, and Drea and I were chatting about it. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be a big cluster. We're not going to do that. So I'm working on a new colorway, which you'll have. I think you're going to love it. It's totally stealth. I love it. And I have some supplies coming, some more supplies coming. So if you missed out on the Innovator kit that I did, I have the capability, the capacity to do a few more. So what I want you to do is I want you to go over to beadshop.com, put yourself on the waiting list so I know that there's interest. If I know that there's interest, I know how many to make. Okay. But I'm also going to show you the ingredients today. We've got a ton of this stuff over at beadshop.com. You can choose your own adventure. You can also jump into your bead stash. I know Candy mentioned she has some 5mm leather that she was showing, but this does use the 5mm flat leather. It's a lot of fun. I've also restocked. You folks bought us out of our brand new beads that we're carrying as well. to go with this. We're selling the beads by the strand. Those are coming in. They've already been shipped to send out to restock is what I'm trying to say. So I think that you'll see those back in stock very soon. But do remember, put yourself on our on the notification list so you don't miss them when they come back in. Okay, so let me see. Sometimes these kits they sell out so quickly. I know. I'm sorry. I was like, well, I think this is enough. I don't know, but yeah, they're coming back because they're so awesome. And yes, it is mysterious. I think you're gonna love it. I don't know why I didn't do this colorway before, but I think you'll love it. Okay, so let me jump in and do this demo. And a big hello. We're going out to on so many places over on Beads Shop Social, as well as the Kate Richburg socials. On the wait list. Thank you. Did I say wish list? I meant wait list. Sign up for the wait list. Sorry, I may have misspoke, so thanks for catching that. But we're on social all over. Please give us a follow wherever you are. And do remember, you can also find my weekly broadcasts on beadshop.com. Great way to find us is follow our YouTube channel, hit that like and subscribe over there. That way you'll never miss my broadcasts on Wednesdays and Fridays at 10:30 a.m. So if your video is fuzzy, Geraldine, pop out and pop back in because my signal is super strong over here. But hopefully it'll catch up with you. Okay, so here we are. Here are the Innovator bracelets. You can watch my my broadcast yesterday, my Free Tip Friday on beadshop.com, where I talk about who I've named these after. The Willie Mae, the Margaret, and the Hetty. They are named after innovative women, right? And these are innovative women. And you can read all about that, more about them on the Bead Shop product pages, as well as that video. But this is a really fun one. I love to do bracelets with this 5mm flat leather. You've seen me make these before. This was the Expedition series that I did. Oh, sorry. I don't know why hang on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. For some reason, my phone went out of the picture. Hang on. Let me put it back up. Let me connect. There we are. Sorry about that. There we are. Put that back up. There we go. Just a little glitch. Just a little glitch. There we are. Okay. Okay. So I've done this, the Adventure bracelet, the Innovator. No, this was the Expedition. This was the Adventure bracelet right here. And this was the Innovator. So we're building quite a wardrobe of leather bracelets, right? So what you do, Stephanie, is you click on the product and it'll say sold out and it'll say notify me when back in stock. And you just click on notify me and it'll show you right there. Okay. Okay. So, I also have some of this leather I wanted to show you. This is our 4mm round leather. And we also have it in a 5mm braided. And these are also really simple and fun items to make, right? That stack really nicely with these leather pieces. Okay, so let me tell you what you need for some of these. These are all linked on the homepage at beadshop.com. You can go and shop your These were kits previously, but now we have a recipe up so you can choose your own. The Adventure Bracelet uses the 20 millimeter flat leather. We have some new colors coming soon. The Expedition uses our what we call our Love of Lydia chain and um, two strands of flat leather. You can see it there. Um, these are This is our 5 millimeter braided leather with our 5 millimeter clasp that I've glued in. These really they stack beautifully like bangles. This is our 4 millimeter, just plain round leather um, with our little nice little smooth clasps here. And I've got some I did a little macrame with the 5 millimeter leather on it. Right. So these are all fun to create. So the latest in this leather bracelet series, and if we're out of Lydia, you folks, and we stocked up. So put yourself on the notification, and we've got some more of that on order as well. So sign up for our newsletter as well, and you'll get all of that info. But I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That if we run out of something, but we always get it back in. Okay, always get it back in if we can. Okay, that's the caveat. But all of this leather and stuff, we will for sure. These are the 3 colors that I used, and I used these for the kits: the Willie Mae, the Margaret, and the Hetty. All you need for this is you need some kind of 10 millimeter clasp here, magnetic clasp. You need some 5 millimeter strap leather, and you need a bead that has a large enough hole that you can ladder through it. I'm using that's what I put in the kit, our new saucer beads and our new 3-sided beads here. Okay. The leather I used to do this laddering, this is a 0.5 millimeter. It's the skinniest we use. You could also use Chinese knotting cord. We've got a 0.5 and a 0.4 and a 0.8 actually as well. But the 0.5 or the 0.4 and the CKC would work very, very nicely. So it just depends on how you want to create it. But again, sign yourself up for that notification. I'm so stoked that you folks love them. I thought you would love them less than you did. I should have known better, but I'll make some more for you, right? Don't worry. There's always more beads coming down the pike. Okay. So let me show you, what else you're going to need. Some of the tools. You're going to need some Zap glue. And I'll show you when I'm gluing this Zap, why I like it so much. We carry it here. You're going to need some clampers. We call these little clampers here. This is how I attach my piece to my board. This is just, as someone observed yesterday, I am working on a cafeteria tray because I have projects on my other big black trays, but some kind of a tray with a lip, right, will help you. Okay. Then you're going to need I use my Xuron flush cutters here and some chain nose pliers. That's about it. Okay. And then I've got some little bead dishes and stuff here. Okay. So let me show you how I start. So when you get your kit, or if you're using your leather, I have about a 20-inch piece here of the 5 millimeter flat leather. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that in half. I tried to be pretty inclusive for the size. This 20 inches cut in half obviously is 10 inches, and that should give everybody enough to make a bracelet that's up to about 9 inches in length. Okay. You're going to need, like I said, a 10 millimeter clasp, or magnetic clasp. Of course, there's a little bead stuck in here. Let me see if I can get it out. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start by gluing this on right here so you can see it. Let me zoom in just a bit here so you can see this. Let me get my zoom in here. And there's a little trick to adding this 3 millimeter leather in, or this 5 millimeter leather in. And that's where my wire cutters come in. I've got clasps all over the place. I go to the back here of my 5 millimeter flat leather, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to shave a little bit of that off. It's kind of hard to see, but can you see how I've angled it just a hair? I'm going to angle it just a little bit more. See, I didn't take much off there, but this is on the back like that. Okay. And you can see I'm going to try that just a little bit more. There we go. I like that. Now with these angled cuts, and try this before doing this, before you add the glue, make sure that you put this in and that it fits, right? And it does. See how they go in nicely? I love it. The more things change, Robin, the more they stay the same, right? Same clips, you know, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thank you so much for being here today, right? So, let me go ahead. I'm going to add some glue to these. We're going to glue this down. We're going to use our toothpick, our trusty toothpick, and I'm going to get a trusty plastic baggie here. I thought I had one at the ready. Here's one right here. This is the one probably I actually used yesterday. So let me repurpose it. So here we go. Let me get my Zap glue. Now the reason I like using this Zap is that it is a gel glue. You could use like E6000, but the glue that you use, you want it to have some grab to it, if that makes sense. So see how this is like a gel, right? So it's not going to run all over the place. That's what you want. We carry Zap on the Bead Shop website, and it's what I use. Kimberly, that's a great question. GS Hypo might work in a pinch, but it's not as viscous as I need it to be honestly. Okay. So there we go. And it should be all there. Just go to beadshop.com. Shouldn't be closed. We should be, we're open 24/7 on there. So you should be just fine to find that. Yep, I'm on the homepage right now. The Innovator Bracelet is right on the homepage. Just click it. You'll see the kits where they say sold out, sold out, sold out. You're going to click on it. It's going to say out of stock, notify you when this product becomes available, and put your email address in there. I'll show you folks at the end of the broadcast. Okay, but I just wanted to make sure. I think the Zap is back in. I think it is. I think it's back in. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to keep this closed. I'm going to make sure, though, folks, that I'm not going to, whoops, don't drop it in the glue, that I don't want to glue this closed. Okay. And we do ship to Canada. We do all the time. We ship to our friends in the north for sure. I'm going to get my glue on my toothpick, and I'm going to slide it in one side. Okay. And I'm going to get all sides of that clasp, and I'm going to get a little bit more and put it down at the bottom. Now, I don't want to be super heavy-handed with this, because when I put the leather on, that glue's going to come out a little bit, right? So let me get my sides, my ends here. I'm going to sit that there for just a second. You can also come in with your flat pliers and give the end of that leather a little hug to tighten it down, to compact it down a bit. Now, I think I put the glue. I think it's on, yeah, it's on this side. I'm going to put these ends in, slide them up nice and tight so you can feel the ends of those leather straps go to the end of that clasp, okay? And really push them in. If you get a little dot, there's the tiniest dot of glue right there. Just get it with your toothpick. See, there's a little one right back there. I'm going to wipe my toothpick off and get it. Okay, that's it. So now I would let that sit for a minute, but I'm going to just keep going. And let me show you how I set this up. So you get your 5mm, your 0.5mm rather, leather. I've given you 2 yards, which is a ton of leather. I'm going to cut a little bit of mine away because it's super long. But you've got plenty there. And then you get out your little bag with your 3-sided metal beads and your little saucer beads. Put these out. And the way that I start this is, and this is the Margaret colorway that I'm using. Isn't it nice? I really like it. I'm going to come in and I'm going to find my center with this cord. I'm going to put it in the back end, around the back. And now I'm going to start to just kind of braid a little bit, just to have a little bit of a header on this. And you can see it right there, how I did that. We're going to do this portion. Okay. So I'm going to start with my left hand one, and I'm going to go, it comes over the left hand cord, under the right hand cord, and pushes up tight. Okay. Now on this side, I'm going to take it from the right, go over the right hand cord, under the left, and pull it. Okay. Now I'm just going to repeat that. I'm going to go from the left to the right, over the left, under the right. Now take the top one, over the right, and under the left. And I'm going to do that about 5 times here. My mom, who's watching, thank you, Gwenda, she mentioned a really great tip, and it's why I do this. Keep this clasp closed so you don't accidentally, when you glue the other side, you don't glue it in upside down, right? And also you won't lose the other half of your clasp. And this is just like the herringbone technique that we do, right? And this would make also a pretty cool bracelet without beads, right? You could just braid the leather in here, use some different colors. Wouldn't that look cool? Just across. Wouldn't that look great? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the 5th. Okay. So now I'm going to get to that giveaway in just a second, but let me just put this where it should be, like this. And I'm going to show you how, let me zoom out. I'm going to show you how I set this up on my board so it's ready to go. You can see all my mess here. I'm going to take my little clamper right here, and I'm just going to clamp that clasp to the board there. And I'm going to get 2 more, and I'm going to clamp this one down here and this one down here. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for just a minute, and let's talk about the giveaway. I'm going to do 2 giveaways. Let me show you. Let me get myself on here real quick. Whoops. Do this. Okay. There we are. So for our giveaway, for our midpoint giveaway, I'm going to give away 2 $25 gift certificates. Okay. Today, we're going to do one in just a few minutes, and we'll do one at the end. What you're going to do is you are going to comment to win a $25 gift certificate. When in the comments there, you want to enter a hashtag and the word chill, all together, no space, lowercase, hashtag chill in the comments. And we have a giveaway tool. Yep, I see that people are entering already. Awesome. We can, I'm going to have you all enter, and I will do a drawing in just a few. Let me get that. Let me get the giveaway tool. Let me share that. Good. You folks are entering. That's awesome. You can see that going. Let me see if I can. Oh, my phone went out again. That's irritating. Let me move that. Let me make sure that that's there. Let me add my phone back to the broadcast while you folks are doing hashtag chill. Let me hide that And let me put up this one. There it is. And good. Great. You folks are entering. Let me add my phone back in. I don't know what is going on right now with this, but something is. Hold the phone, please. Literally. Connect. There we go. All right. Before I go on to that second stage of the demo, let's go ahead and we'll draw one for a $25 gift certificate from Bead Shop, and we'll do one before the very end. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit draw. There we go. And let's see which one of you it is. Stem Millie. Congratulations. Awesome. I'm going to screenshot that and I'm going to send it to you. You don't even have to email me. I'll send it to you. I've got your email. I'll send it to you after the broadcast. Congratulations, my friend. All right. We'll do another one at the end. It'll be the same hashtag. So if you see that, you want to keep hashtagging the word chill, that's cool. Congratulations, Stem Hilly. That's awesome. Okay. Let me show you how to add the beads. Okay. So let me solo this sucker. So here we are. Okay. And let me zoom in just a little bit. So you've seen how the board is, right? Let me zoom in. Okay. So I start, can you see here how I taper out? So I use the, there we go. You can see that a little bit better. I use 1, 2, and 3 of the little saucer spacers, and those 3 saucer spacers are about the same width as one of these metal beads. Okay, so I'm going to start with the saucer spacer, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to get that saucer, and this is why I've used the 0.5 millimeter, because that 0.5 millimeter, see it, how it crosses underneath the bead like this. See that? Let me get this out of the way. And I'm just going to slide it in just like we do a traditional laddering bracelet, right? This slides in like so. Now I'm going to get this side, the left side under and the right side under, and tighten. There's a really good question in the chat that I'll answer here. I don't glue at the beginning. I mean, I guess I could, but I haven't really. And it's not, I mean, you could put like a little line of glue back there if you wanted, but I haven't had it move on me. And I've been wearing these kind of constantly all week. But a little bit of glue is, I think, okay. The 0.5 millimeter, I give you 2 yards in the kit, so you have plenty. And the other thing you want to think about when you're using this 0.5, you want to make sure that it doesn't have any little flaw or anything in it. Most of this leather, you're not going to encounter anything, but you want to make sure that everything is nice and smooth and ready to go. Okay, so here's that single, that one right there. Let me see if I can zoom in just a touch more. Right there. Now I'm going to add the 2. The next 2. And I usually start from the same side, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to start from the left, put on 1, put on 2, hold it kind of close here. I push my finger underneath those to kind of open up that hole. And I slide the other strand going the other way. If the tip of your leather strand gets a little soft, right? You can always, you've got plenty of room there, and you can also give it a little bit of an angle cut too. You can do that with your clippers too if you wanted to. Okay, so I pull this so it's tight like that, kind of spacing it like I like it. Slap it under the left-hand side, slap it under the right-hand side, tighten, and pull it up. See that there? Now we'll go for 3, and then we'll put on our 3-sided. So I put this in here. There's 1. There's 2. I love these little saucers. There's 3. I was going to use 1mm leather in this kit. I thought about that, but the 1mm wouldn't cross underneath these saucers. It will in the other beads, but not on these. Okay, there we go. So I pull it across. See where they land? And under the left and under the right. Now we're finally ready to add one of our large beads. Okay, I'm going to push this up. I don't need these to touch, really. They're not quite touching. There's a little bit of space there. Let me go with this one. And this side. These have such big holes. There's no issue. There we go. Slides in. And it goes right underneath. Okay. So mostly this bead, when you put it in, you can kind of turn it so that the flat side sits up front so it's facing. Then you're going to continue along. The finished bracelet that I have here, this one, let me tell you door to door what the length is. This is 7 inches, this one right here that I did. My wrist is 6.5, so a 7-inch bracelet worked out fine for me. But you have enough beads to make this up to 9, even 9.5 inches should work. Okay, and the saucer beads do come in all the colors. They come in the all of these, and we've got them coming back in. I know that we're out of them. You folks love them so much, but we're getting them back in for you. I just made another order last night. So here's this. So you can see here, there's the back. Here's the front. There was a point. Oh, let me show you. So when I was practicing the pattern for this, when I was deciding what I was going to do, I want to show you this one. You can also use just those 3-corner beads. Can you see that here? The 3-corner bead, you can go with the pointy side up and then the flat side, pointy side, flat side. And I liked the way this looked. This might have a little bit of a more rugged kind of a look to it maybe, but I wanted a little more texture in this, right? This is with the dark brown. The dark brown looks nice too. I ended up doing the light brown, but this dark brown is nice. And you don't have to do the beads all the way around either, right? Like I could just have this flat and I could put the clasp on over there, right? So that the beads are just in the front. This just has 2, 4, 5, right? That could just be the center portion of that, right? Yeah, this is totally dude bracelet style. Totally dude bracelet. I like it a lot. So when you get a strand of these, and I think we're almost out of these two, but as I say, we'll get them back in. You'll just need a strand of this, the 0.5 millimeter, and you can get the 1 millimeter through these together like this. Okay, so if you wanted to jump up on the leather diameter for just this design, you can with the 1 millimeter. I think it would look great. You could even do a 1.5 because this whole size I think is 3.1 millimeters or so. But I think the 1 millimeter is probably the sweet spot for these. Okay, so I've got another one here for you. Let's take a look at what I've got here. Here's the blue. So let me reconnect this. How am I doing on time? I'm doing all right. Good. Don't forget, friends, you can use your TGBE 20 is the coupon code for Bead Shop this weekend. It expires on Monday at midnight Pacific. There we go. Let me see if I can center my camera a little bit. There we are. Okay, so I've done this. I'm connecting it here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these flat beads, and then you can see I've tapered up. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to get my clips to clamp this back down on this side. See that there? There's that one. And I clamp them a little further apart, kind of like the same width as the bead, so it makes it a little bit easy. Ugh, sorry, this camera. What is up? Hang on. Hold the phone. Sorry about that. Let me put me up there. Let me try something else to connect. Connect. Oh, of course, it's when 500, there are 500 of you watching. When there are 500 of you saying, get back to the demo, please. Sorry about that. There you go. Here we are, and we're back. There we go. Little blip can't rattle me. Can't rattle me, camera. All right, so I've come down. Now we're just going to continue on and do a little bit more here. And Ma, this one is going to be for you. I'm having a family dinner a little bit later today because when it rains, it pours, right? So I'm gonna make steakhouse dinner tonight, and a bracelet, and a broadcast, and hors d'oeuvres. And Sandra, you are reading my mind. Black leather with the black beads. That may or may not be the new colorway. Maybe. I won't confirm or deny. Well, I'll confirm. It would look so good in just black. So that's why I say this will be kind of a stealth design. Right. This 5mm flat leather, we carry it in a bunch of different colors. We carry a whole variety of 10mm clasps is the clasp that you're going to need for this. So you can really choose, as I say, choose your own adventure with this. Chinese knotting cord makes a really great material to do this laddering or weaving with. It would be really fun to as well. We have the Chinese knotting cord, like I said earlier, in a 0.4mm and a 0.5. I think the 0.4, I think they would both work, to be honest, because this is the 0.5mm leather. The 0.4 might give it kind of a little bit of a skinnier look if you liked that. You could also maybe, instead of these beads with the 0.4, you might be able to use the big shadows that we carry, the big shadows beads, which I like a lot. You could also use regular Ceylon and use the smaller shadows beads would work. I would just recommend experimenting. Good question on that, Kathy. The beads that I am using all have a brass base. So the brass ones are unplated. They're just the natural brass color. The copper and the silver are plated. These are beads out of India. I've been using these beads for years, varieties of these beads. And the plating is really, really great on these. Someone also said, Joyce is asking, what about wax linen? Wax linen would be beautiful on this. Gorgeous. We carry the 4-ply waxed linen, Irish wax linen, in a variety of colors. It would look great. We also carry hemp. too, right? So you could really do a whole smattering of these in different design ways. This one that I have here that I did the macrame on, the round macrame by just macrameing in one direction, really would complement this nicely. And again, that's the 0.5, but you could also do that in hemp or wax linen or Chinese knotting cord, CKC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to do 8 here. If this is for my mom's wrist, her wrist is markedly smaller than mine. This is the Willie Mae colorway, named for Willie Mae, Big Mama Thornton, the author, the writer, and singer of the original Hound Dog. You can get the link to her singing on YouTube. We put it in the description of this bracelet on the website. But it was kind of fun. It was fun naming these after innovative women innovators. So let's come in here and let's put on this one. I'm going to give it actually a measure before I go any further, because I'm going to have to start tapering this down. Okay, so can you see that right there? And these are the sizes of these beads. These are our new saucer beads and our new 3-sided bead. This one here, this is about a 6 millimeter, 6 by a little bit more. And then these saucers, I think, are about 5 millimeters across by maybe about 3 millimeters in height or so, maybe 2 millimeters in height, because 3 of these make up that 6 mil. Let me get my my tape measure, and let me give this a quick measure. It is kind of a wide bracelet, so you want to add a little length because it does have some width to it. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to add one more of these. You folks can probably hear Chris putting cans in our garage fridge because we're prepping for our family dinner. No word from Chris. He's still putting stuff in the fridge. Prepping for our family dinner means a lot of good libations as well. So let's do this. There we go. And let's give it another, with the clasp, another measure. I think this is going to be about right because, see, I've got to taper it down, and then the clasp, this is going to end up at about 6.5 inches, which I think it's about right. So yeah, this is a cafeteria tray. It's what I give you when you come to the bead retreat. It's just a small cafeteria tray. Usually I use our nice black trays like this, but you can see I've got beads all over them. So they're kind of fun. I got them on the big box internet store, so you can find them there. They're kind of fun to work with. All right, so let's taper this down, shall we? Yeah, my granddad also used to love a libation before dinner. That is for sure, right? Let's go ahead and get some of these here. I'm going to come in and I'm going to taper it down. Okay, so let's go with the 3. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll slide this in and we'll tighten it up. Like so. And then we'll do our 2. So see, you don't want to tighten them too much, right? You want to kind of keep the tension just as even as you can. Okay. Now, let me go here to, oh, Ellen, I'm glad you like your cafeteria tray. I don't know. I've always had a thing for cafeteria trays. I don't know why. I have a whole bunch of them. I put my projects on them. I have a little shelf for them. I don't know. Maybe it just reminds me of high school lunch antics. Okay, so there's the two. And now I'm going to unclip it from the bottom here because I want it to tighten up, and I'm going to do the last one. Yeah, Abs, it's totally funny how people are doing the hashtag chill. Hashtag chill. Chill, everybody. Chill. We'll be all right. Yeah, it's funny. Tighten this up. Now I want to show you how we do the end. Okay, so we're gonna braid this at the end. So I'm going to tighten that up. And I'm going to come in, and since I braided 5 at the beginning, I'm going to braid 5 at the end. So here's this. There's 1, 2. Keep tightening as you go. 3. 4. And 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Coming up after me, I'm probably going to go just like a couple of minutes over, right? But Jill McKay, our lovely Jill McKay, is going to be up next after me with a wonderful project. We're so lucky to have our Jill. You know, she has been doing this for so long. Oh, whoops, sorry, my camera. Just at that opportune time. Oh, for Pete's sake. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know why my camera keeps dropping out, but it does. So bear with me here just a second. There we go, and we're back. Right at the moment when I glue, right? Okay, so I've got my glue on the back end of this. Before I even really glue it, I just want to double check that length. This is actually going to be a little long, I think. So I've got plenty of room here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this up. See what I'm doing here? I'm kind of pushing that, all that weaving a little bit higher. There we go. And that looks about right, to be honest. Yeah, this is going to be right because that's better. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and I'm going to glue these little ends right across the back here. Add a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue there. And just slide those little babies right across that glue. Okay. And that's going to hold that down. And once this is set or glued down, I'm going to trim those ends off. I'm just going to press this with some plastic to get away the little bit of excess. I'm going to let that sit for just a second. Let's do our second giveaway, my friends. Let me add this to the stage here. Stameli was our last winner. We've done our hashtag chill, hashtag chill, hashtag chill. Let me go ahead and draw another winner for our $25 gift certificate that I will send you via email. Let's draw again. Let's see who comes up. Florence. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Perfect. Florence, what you're going to do is you are going to email us at info@beadshop.com that you were the winner. I'll also look you up on the back end if you're our customer. If not, I'll create a thing for you. If you are, I'll send it to your email, but you'll get a $25 gift certificate good for beadshop.com in your email. Let me show you how I'm going to close this up. Here, no, not takeover. Sorry, wrong. Do not use takeover. Sorry, that was the wrong one. This is the right one. Sorry. I'm going to come in and I'm going to clip away this extra right here. Let's bring this sucker home, shall we? Here and here. And I've kept this clasped, right? So I know that when I come around like so, it's going to close up right there. That looks a little, let me measure this. I might have to redo this for you, but that's all right. Let me see. From there, well, it's going to be close. I know I glued those down. Let me see if I can get it down a little bit further. I'm going to glue the clasp about right here. It's hard when you don't have the recipient near you and you're trying to rush. I'm going to cut this about right here with my clippers right there. And I'm going to go ahead and clip away just a little bit of that like I did before. And I'll add that glue like I did. I'm not going to do it right now because you know what that looks like. And like so. That might even be too small for your wrist mop, but we'll figure that. We'll figure that out. Okay. But there it is. We're done, good, and ready to go. So that's how simple it is, my friends. All you need is some 5mm flat leather. You need some, in this case, this is 0.5mm round leather and beads that are large enough to have that leather go through, right? And this may fit. I'll play around with that. Don't you worry. I'll get it. The clippers I have, these are our Xuron maxi shear cutters. They are fan-flippin-tastic. They're one of my favorites here. And it gives you a nice flush cut. I use these up to 12 gauge wire when I use this on wire as well. Okay, my friends, let me tell you, thank you so much for joining me today. That hour just went by so quickly, didn't it? So fun hanging out with you. Let me remind you, of course, to jump over and enter that swag bag giveaway. You'll find it over in the Great Bead Extravaganza group and page. Put your email in for a chance to win one of 3 great swag bags. Also, don't forget, you can download the whole schedule for all the festivities this weekend. I'll be back tomorrow on Sunday with Kathy Cano Murillo, the Crafty Chica, for her segment. It's going to be so fun. I'd love to see you bead in France with me. There's more info on the homepage about that. And don't forget to use your TGBE coupon to save 20% at checkout. Hoo boy, I think that's it. Thanks for coming along. You will see the great Jill after me, the great Jill McKay. Thanks again so much, everybody. We really appreciated you being here. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.